This time, Roger Bates, we're beginning the work session. Appreciate everyone present here. At this time, Roger Bates will give us an update and presentation on our special project.
Well, I hope I've got good news for you. You all will remember that back in mid-2018, we started a process to identify a piece of property in Decatur, Alabama, in which the Innovation Center that would contain some distance learning and other technology programs would be located. And after going through a very extensive due diligence period and inspection period, we determined that that property was not suitable due to some things that we had to address in that older building. We were going to run the cost up beyond what we felt like our budget availability was. And so starting a couple of months ago, actually in September, Blake McAnally and Crystal Brown began to work with me and Boone, and we have looked at and considered some other properties. One of the most favored properties that we reviewed and discussed with the Chancellor was the property that is currently occupied by the Decatur City Schools. Just last evening, the Decatur City Schools voted to relocate. They have entered into a program with a local real estate developer in Decatur. They're going to renovate an existing old church building that has about 30,000 square feet in it. And they have now offered us that opportunity to take their old building, which is much more scalable for us. It is in a fantastic location. Crystal, Blake, Boone, myself met up there a week or two ago and met with the developer, who was very cooperative in trying to extend that property back to us. There are lots of details for us to get worked out, but it'll be about a 14-month process before we can actually take possession of that property if we can get it contracted favorably to us. The building itself is going to be a little bit more expensive than the one we looked at, the Wells Fargo building that you all will remember, but we cannot start renovation until the city school system vacates it. And so we're trying to work out some logistics for that and figure out how best to contract it. But I want to just compliment Blake and Crystal in particular, because they've been hawking this every day since we fell apart on our other building to try to get this done. We've got a lot of things that we need to do in that building program-wise. Sometimes, the board just takes care of you, and so the delay has actually worked to our benefit. We now have some additional programs that we need to figure out a way to house them in the same facility. So we've definitely identified our need, and now we need to move forward. So it's good news on that front, and certainly I could not even be having this conversation if we didn't acknowledge the efforts of Senator Arthur Orr, who has been right in the middle of all this from day one, trying to help and promote this. And Chancellor, I believe, has provided some significant help with the legislature for some funding to support the project. And so we are ready to move forward with that. I wanted to make sure that you knew of that and that you were supportive of us moving forward. And of course, we will have to bring back to you the contracts and various agreements that will go with this. But based on the actions last evening of the Decatur City School Board, we are now ready to move forward. And Crystal, I would ask if you'd like to make any comments about this. You certainly carried a laboring oar in this as well.
Well, I'm going to give way to Blake, because he has absolutely been the lead. His expertise is invaluable. I'll tell you what, I think every day is what makes. So, but we are very fortunate. The site is very visible and very accessible. And, Blake and I both think it's a perfect site, for us to locate. I think the Chancellor also believes in it, but so I'm going to let Blake further comment. I think he's still there.
Mr. McAnally, you feel like expressing some views?
I am. Thank you. I would just add to what everyone else has said. Most of all, I think this is a great opportunity for the site. It is the best piece of property that we could have found downtown Decatur, across from the new Cook Museum, across from the City Hall, adjacent to the Chamber. A lot of development is going on in this area. A lot of upgrades are planned in the area, so it is the best location it could have been. I am, as Roger said, glad it worked out in the way that it longer to be able acreage on it that, you know, we can move into this building after some renovation, and it's large enough to handle what we have programmed currently, and as things change and grow, there is additional property that allows us, I believe, to do any future construction work we need to be as we occupy this building. So it's really a great setup for beginning our work there and continuing the work in the future as programs may grow. So thanks to Roger, Hughes, Boone, Crystal, Senator Orr, everybody involved. It has been a tremendous amount of work, a lot of time spent looking at probably 10 different properties. But happy Chancellor to recommend this one as we move forward.
I totally agree that this is a great move in terms of the overall need. And again, I'd like to express my appreciation to Blake and Crystal. They have put an awful lot of time into this, and there's no way I could pull this off without their support and support. And I think it's going to be a good thing as we move forward to bring and have the availability of the facility there for this program.
Any further questions for me?
I'll just make one comment. Chancellor, I'll tell you, this just puts the spotlight, and you've got individuals that are on the ground, local, that know the market, know everybody, have a network, and are so very positively motivated to get something done and see it, like Blake and Crystal, and give of their time so generously that you can't buy that. And I just believe that is indicative of the entire board. And Blake, Crystal, thank you for y'all's efforts on this. We'll look forward to this falling into place and working out. Anything else? Next, we have three recommendations programs under academic and student affairs. Chelsea State, recommendation for the Associate Applied Science degree, advanced manufacturing. Dr. Ashley.
Good morning. Good morning to Chancellor Baker, Chancellor Council, and the board. I wish to make a recommendation that the board consider an application for the Associate in Applied Science degree and certificate in advanced manufacturing at Shelton State Community College. The rationale for this is to have an opportunity for students to enter into the manufacturing world, entry-level wise. I guess the median salary is $38,000 or so. It costs about $515,000 or so to do. Also bring in tuition revenue of almost $600,000. The reason why that's low is using existing personnel, also existing facilities. The objective, again, is to get these folks into a position to be an entry-level job, working in the manufacturing sector here in the state of Alabama, also, too, the demand for this, I know it's very strong as far as the state of Alabama is a manufacturing state. I have also brought in Jason Moore, Dean of Workforce and Economic Development, if you have any further questions for Chris. And also, too, I'd like to recognize him, too. Dean Moore, please stand up. Dean Jason Moore has been to college, I know, for 25 years now. I know he's been involved as Associate Dean of, I guess, corporate and apprenticeship programs. He also was the Associate Dean of the Director's Union of Training for Business Industry. He also led the Career Tech Division previously as Associate Dean as well. Now he has oversight over all three of those areas, so he's a very strong dean here at the college. Also, too, I'd also like to recognize Ron Range, who's the dean. Please stand. He's the dean of the Fred campus of Shelton State Community College. Thank you, guys. So again, the demand for this program is two-pronged. Also, as far as production team member, this would help an employee to be a strong production team member. We also have an injection molding option, which is very similar to what's in Southern Union, I believe. Jason visited with them as well. Currently, as far as market demand, our Training for Business Industry division has been doing this in a non-credit format. been quite successful at it. I know we've been using the Manufacturing Skills Standards Council curriculum in both production as well as logistics. We've had quite success with this program as well. We've also had some labor market information to look at that projected this as a high demand job in both production technology as well as logistics. And we're looking at over 500 or so people opening up, or positions opening up every year in our service area. In addition, we also looked at a community of needs business survey. It's very broad. And again, we came to that same conclusion for 500 production related employees annually. Finally, we looked at what we've already done with training for business and industry back in the better part of 2018-19. We trained 517 folks in these respective courses that were related to work, and also an additional 111. And out of the 111, about 100 of those folks are already incumbent workers. So we feel there's a strong demand for this. It's previous non-credit. We can look at PLA, grow them into credit hour producers as well. So strong data there as well. And then we also looked at our career clusters, a region 3 workforce cluster meeting or so, showed that there's about a little bit more than 500 or so as well. I know those are some interesting numbers to look at. And also too, the certificate portion of this program is very strong as far as our local school districts. They like that with the dual enrollment. And also too, as far as apprenticeship, I think that also opens as far as a gateway into this sector of the economy. And I think that the apprenticeship program, I know of course Dean Moore is also probably the dean of the apprenticeship program, but he's been working in that area for quite some time, at least since 2012. He liked that portion of this plan as well. I know we performed 2 surveys as far as enrollment projections, and we're looking at anywhere from in the 16 to 50 people at some point. We do have a large pool to grow them from as far as people that went through ready to work. We've also had some MSC training as well on the non-credit side, also with adult ed program as well. Again, summer programs, we looked at several of our peer colleges, Southern Union specifically. And of course, as far as existing personnel, I think we have 12 people that are full-time, that are fully certified in MSSC, and the goal is to utilize existing personnel. And again, we're looking at advanced manufacturing curriculum specifically related to machine tool, injection molding. We have those facilities as well. We have large, 130-ton machines as far as injection molding. Those things we have already in site. And as far as we don't anticipate purchasing any additional equipment, unless it grows faster, and again, we'll work with that as we progress. Does the board have any questions? Yes, sir.
Okay, if I see you went through A, is this requiring it to turn from SACS?
Well, we're already SACS accredited school. Yes, as far as that goes. Once we get through the A process, that'll be a part of our process. And hopefully by fall of 2020, we'll be fully accredited by SACS. Yes, we're in the process of it. Yes, sir.
So I'm used to seeing endorsement letters from industry in the area, and I know you guys have some of the others. You get some endorsement letters. I always feel like if we have that, we have them on the book as far as hiring our students. And I just see those.
We will pursue those letters, yes.
Any other questions for presentation?
Thank you.
We got 2 recommendations from Bevel State.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to present these new programs for Bevel State Community College. The first one that I wanted to talk with you about is an Associate's in Applied Science degree in welding. We already offer short-term certificates and a long-term certificate in welding, so this would just be an expansion of what we're already doing. Through conversations with our business and industry partners and leaders in our area, they have expressed the interest and the need for more advanced mathematics included in our welding program, especially for those who are looking for pipe fitters and those types of jobs. So they also suggested that general education core requirements would help with our students who are interested in becoming foremen or superintendents or in some type of supervisory role. So, like I said, this is an expansion of what we're already doing. Typically, this would not cost us a whole lot of money. We already have 4 fully qualified welding instructors. We have 3 fully equipped welding facilities. The number of courses in welding doesn't increase dramatically. It's mostly an academic transfer, which of course we already offer regularly on all of our campuses. The students who pursue this, as well as any of our other welding credentials, all have the opportunity to earn industry recognized credentials. We talked with several of our instructors, and when we look at the job outlook and, like for example, on the U.S. Labor and Statistics research, it says that welders can average a yearly salary of $35,000. But we talked with our instructors and said, hey, is this realistic in our area? And they said much more than that because of the demand. When we look at the number of openings that would be in a 60-mile radius of our main campus, Jasper, 408 in a year. So that's a significant need that we're trying to help meet in our workforce. So our instructor said that our average students would go out and get a job somewhere between $15 an hour, and it could be all the way up to $75 an hour. So that's much increased over the online average of $35,000 a year. It is also expected for these types of fields to grow as far as in our manufacturing, and all of our other area industries are requesting the need for welders and also individuals who have potential in leadership positions. Our enrollment projections that we looked at were based on surveys with our current students and asking, would you be interested in pursuing this if you were given the opportunity, and that you would know that in the time that we have been working on this, we've made career pathways where our students can go to work in our industries that are supporting this particular program. Our Director of Career Technical Education, Ms. Engel, is with me, so if you have any questions for the welding, we'd be glad to answer those.
Questions going through
SACS, we actually talked to our SACS representatives about this particular welding. It's only 2 classes that are different as far as the welding process, so it was not a substantive change. We did notify them that we were pursuing it through our college system and AIC and so forth. It was just a notification.
Kudos on the letters. Lawyers in the industry, they will
Thank you. We really need to listen to their needs, so we're trying to do that. We'll talk about the next one. Okay, the next associate's degree is an associate in applied science in advanced manufacturing technology. You might think Shelton and Bevel are reading off the same sheet of music. It is in manufacturing technology. This is in addition to the current certificates and long-term certificates and associate's degrees that we already offer in welding, machine tool, industrial maintenance, and automation. So this particular degree we're calling an apprenticeship program, because in these programs that we already offer, there is a need to embed in apprenticeship opportunities for our students. And again, talking to our business and industry leaders in our area, they have said to us that we not only want an employee that comes to us with the skill necessary, but we would really like for them to have had some on-the-job experience in a manufacturing setting. So for us, if we create and have this Associates in Applied Science in Manufacturing Technology, the students can major in several different areas that is applicable to advanced manufacturing, and then they can go through an apprenticeship process in an area, industry, and have that experience on the job. See if that's really in the area that they want to work in, and it also creates that same pipeline, so if they are interested and then the company finds them to be of quality, they can immediately go into the workforce as soon as they finish that. Once again, this should not cost us any money. We actually have several machine tool laboratories, welding, electrical that would teach industrial maintenance as well as automation. We have 2 we have two, machine tool instructors, we have 4 welding instructors, and, I think we have 6 electrical instructors that teach all of those already in the programs that exist. So this is sort of a repackaging, but an opportunity for Bevel to create apprenticeship opportunities for those students. And as we have been discussing, apprenticeships are so important right now in all of the things that we've been talking about. We are planning to pursue registered apprenticeships for all of these areas: machine tool, welding, industrial maintenance, and automation. And those will be sought through the Alabama Office of Apprenticeship. And the college has already actually started that process in discussions of how do you go about getting that to be a registered apprenticeship. Again, we talked about enrollment projections. We talked to our current students, but most of that was basically talking with our industry leaders who wanted that on-the-job training, the opportunity for them to have had some hands-on manufacturing experience in the facility that they would actually be working in. Any questions on that one?
So are employers aware of the additional credits that are available and apprenticeship credits or helping them with that?
Absolutely. They're the ones who said we want you to have students who are learning and earning. So they have completely bought in. And we have one particular that we actually want to start piloting that with as soon as possible.
Any other questions? Next, we have 3 mission statements. And recommended appointment to the board of trustees. Mary, you want to say this? Questions from the board on these items? Anybody want to add anything on these? I know it's self-explanatory.
Right representing with regard to Dan.
Questions from the board on these items? Very good, very good. Seeing nothing else, we will shortly meet over at the archives in their auditorium, and for our joint luncheon with State Board of Education. That's